Yes. Thank you. And we'll wait for a few minutes, a few seconds. Good morning, everyone. A warm welcome to you all joining us from across the world. It's lovely to see you here this morning for what is our final day of engagement for this conference. And we're thrilled that so many of you joined internationally yesterday. We had over 800 people together. And I know this virtual world that we're living in is tricky, but it does show that these sort of platforms as well can bring people together in an astonishing capacity. So it's just marvelous to know that so many of you have been part of this, and we're delighted you are with us this morning. You can see here the slide from the first day, well, it was morning of day 2, and I'm going to give you a quick overview of yesterday. So we're going to go to the first slide there. Bear with me. And we heard yesterday of some stark facts. We had 10 times increase in treatment of wasting since 2010. 70 countries are providing treatment for severe wasting in their health systems, but fewer than 25% of wasted children receive treatment, which really is just astonishing given the facts that has been so clearly laid out in this conference that we know what works. There is inadequate advocacy, and countries reported too little emphasis on this importance of scaling up and responses. So to the actions needed, there was recognition of the professional role of community health workers and their need for sufficient remuneration, consideration of the gender dimensions that affect CHW status, and also the importance of integration of training, not just standalone events. We heard about robust engagement with community health workers and communities in nutrition planning, and a simplification of policies and processes to ease the work burden. To the next slide. Sorry, bear with me. There we are. We heard that sustainable and adequate finance is a major barrier to scale up. We heard about the need for sustainable funding from UN agencies and NGOs. And then on the question, and the important question, click here, on the access to nutritious foods, we heard about the lack of affordable, safe, nutritious food and how wasting occurs under these conditions, and the vital link between action on treating wasting with investment in locally available nutritious foods as being an important thing. We heard about investment in education on nutrition at household level, how nutrition must be central to food security policies, and how wasting is not, of course, an isolated condition, and how important this must be how the importance of reflecting this rather in integrated policies. And then finally, I'll move to the final slide here. On relapse and sustained impact, children should get combined health and nutrition treatments, the importance of harmonising training for community health workers on infant and young child feeding, ensuring a continuum of care from outpatient therapeutic feeding programmes with health facilities addressing both MAM and SAM, increasing education in the first 1,000 days, and increase infant and young children feeding promotion activities at community level. So that is, we'll go flip back there. So I'm going to come out of file sharing. Have I done that? Super. So that was an overview of yesterday. And as I say, we're entering day 4. A quick recap about this virtual platform. You've heard me say this before, but I'm going to quickly fly through it. If you need any assistance at any point during the conference, please use the chat function. There's a team of people there who are ready and waiting to help you. So any problems you have, any questions that you have, put the questions in there in English or in French. We have a French interpretation available for all sessions, as well as interpretation to English for sessions that are led in French. And to connect, you just scroll underneath the speaker's video, select your preferred language from the drop-down menu, and then you can mute the speaker's audio and you will hear your preferred language. As you've heard us say, all of the main stage and breakout sessions are recorded and available to watch back immediately the session finishes, and they will be made available to you all for 30 days after today. You can access recordings from yesterday's sessions, for example, through the Agenda tab in the upper left-hand side of this page. Just have a look at Show Past Sessions button and turn that on. Our conference documents tab is now full of an awful lot of material for you, and it's all been shared since Monday, so it's well worth a look. Please feel free to go there and peruse at your wish. So we're going to have a start now on to day 4. Our expert working groups are going to meet to finalise outputs based on all of your feedback and input into this discussion rooms over the last couple of days, which has been just marvellous. And during this time, when they're doing that, we invite you all to join one of the 4 breakout sessions that will begin in a few minutes. They're on other critical issues for wasting management. And then following the breakout sessions, there's going to be a very short break of about 10 minutes. And during that time, you can have a look at the exhibitors section and look around and have that final opportunity to network as well with each other. And then we will reconvene at 1:20 GMT, that's 20 past 1 GMT, with Concern's Kate Golden for a summary of the main conference outcomes. So that session is going to be really, really vital and interesting. Kate is going to also share in the chat our evaluation, which we would be most grateful if you could please complete before you leave us. So please do keep an eye out for that. And then following this, we have another excellent panel of speakers lined up to conclude our 4 days together. It's a discussion about the future, on looking ahead and supporting the Nutrition Year of Action. So I think a really interesting, engaging few hours ahead of us for this final day. I hope you will enjoy it. I invite you all now to return to the agenda on the upper left-hand side of the page and choose the breakout session that you'd like to attend. And just to emphasize again, if you have any issues, any problems, just use the chat function and our team will be in contact with you to address any issues or questions you have. So enjoy these sessions. I hope they are productive and interesting for you, and I will see you all very soon.